starting the recording. All right, so with this secondary leak or teaser of the game, you can actually tell that it's gonna be like a Titanfall theme, right? Because the energy-based weapon character has the helmet of Titanfall character. If you can see it in full screen, right? Woeful. Yo, woeful. You there, dude? Anyways, with the energy-based weapons and the mech. I actually just told Wolful about this, but I was thinking maybe it's like a this robot thing is kind of like a car in a way. You'd find it around the map and you would get in it and then it would be just if it ends up being like that, it would be totally overpowered. But how overpowered would that be? And if if you're thinking about season 10, season 9, they brought in the slipstream. That was increased mobility. It would give you chances to push people a lot more often, get around the map faster. But if you're talking about season 10, if they do add this and it ends up being like the car or like the mobility items, but with a twist where you can actually just walk around in it and it would go faster since it takes bigger steps. Or they can even make it slower, but you could also shoot people with an energy based weapon, such as you see right here, where it's actually lighting up purple at the guns.
Like I said, if they limited it down to like how llamas were, like 5 per game, then I don't think it would be too OP, but it should have like a breaking point.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about OP, just because there's a lot of them, then you would say the sword isn't that overpowered.
Oh no,
Which the sword was overpowered.
it
That's why they
was, it
removed it.
was, yeah.
Dude, I'm also thinking about like if this actually is like one of those items where it's overpowered and you find it around the map and stuff, then it's probably gonna be like the shadow stones from you remember when they were just laying on the
Oh
ground and
yeah,
stuff in those areas, and they were
but like
taking
I've
they were like they were taken out of the game so often.
I heard that like there's a theory that planes are coming back, and I was kind of skeptic about it.
Yeah,
But like I
but
don't think
I
they're
don't
bringing it
think planes
back
are coming
because
back.
I just don't.
Dude, if those things that you're hearing about planes coming back, that was only for that limited time mode.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them back or anything related to them coming back after that.
Yeah, I don't want them back. If they do, I'm gonna be mad. Period.
So basically, season 10 is gonna be like things are gonna be coming back from the past and things coming to the game from the future. It's gonna be a mix of reality where time is collapsing on itself, per se.
See, like since like the orb, it's like people say that it's gonna explode anytime soon. Say that they say that like it could be either something that time travel or like it could destroy places and then you could travel to them in a different world.
No, the way I'm thinking about it is that it actually collapses the timeline, and everything starts clashing into one place.
Oh, so it's like
It
kind
it
of
it, it, it brings like new and old places into the current map.
since like that teaser about Dusty, like the old Dusty,
Yeah, the
and then now there's
Dusty's coming back.
and then now there's like a Titanfall type of character.
So you're thinking about like past and future coming into one to make up present.
I hope they bring back factories.
I mean, if they don't, then that's just gonna be a big rip for their game.
Yeah, cause if you're gonna bring back Dusty, bring back factories.
Well, Dusty was related to the big crater in the map because of that meteor. So if that whatever that meteor probably hit, it's probably gonna bring back because it mainly hit Dusty.
Yeah,
And if they're bringing back Dusty, most likely they're gonna bring back the factories too.
but like this is the thing. They did that to Dusty, and then they stopped doing it to like doing anything to Dusty at all, and
Actually,
transferred it
with
to Loot
the
Lake.
actually
But like the
they did
lava and
add
transfer.
trees and stuff to it, and then they also added on to like the Dusty Diner part. So
Yeah,
you can't really say that they didn't do anything after that to Dusty if they made a Dusty Diner.
but like I'm meaning like major things, like you know how Loot Lake, it did all this stuff
Well, that was all like
with the
that was
orb
like
and
all at like
once,
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, no,
But
no,
like
that's not all at once because they destroyed Loot
the bunch.
Lake at the beginning of season 6, and then now they're doing something again to it at the end of season 9. So you'd be thinking
Yeah,
that it's not one continuous thing, but like it happens a lot at Loot Lake.
I'm skeptic about like since why did they add lava to Dusty? Cause and then they didn't do anything to it
Hmm.
because like
I
they
mean,
added
they were kind of like digging, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Well, if you're
lava
gonna
came
dig,
up.
you're obviously gonna end up hitting lava at one point because there's lava under the ground, dude.
What is this, like Minecraft?
No, I mean like actually is.
Yeah, because there's the crust and crap like that.
Right? If you go to like biology class or some shit, you're gonna end up learning it. I mean,
I
I
mean,
learned all of this in like ninth grade.
but like I'm actually like I'm going off of like what you said because you said that it's gonna be like future and past like at once,
But if
which is
this
actually a pretty good
the thing that
hypothesis.
I'm questioning is like, what is the game gonna be like if they actually end up making this into an actual mobile vehicle? What is the state of the game and what is gonna be the meta with inside this new season? If this is a vehicle that you can actually shoot while moving and have energy based weapons. I mean, I've already played games that have this type of things inside of it, and it seems to be kind of overpowered. Like,
Yeah, like
all right,
since
so like I told you this before, Epic Games made Fortnite, but before Fortnite, they'd also made Gears of War, and in Gears of War, I've seen this. This model right there is actually from Gears of War. So if you think about it, if you go back to Gears of War and you play the campaign, it ends up looking exactly like this, but instead of having energy based weapons, it just shoots out bullets. But it does move really slow. It's small. It's a little bit bigger than the average character. So the
but
character would
like
fit in it, and then it would just walk around very slowly. It would have a lot of damage. It would shoot
what
like a
is he
minigun.
stepping on?
Uh, Supposedly it's stepping on
It
like
kind because it kind of looks cars like cars.
doesn't look like cars in my opinion. I honestly can't tell what that is. That thing it's standing on, but
Like what about the banners on the side?
honestly I don't know about the banners. I haven't seen them anywhere.
Like
But
the up and
well
down.
I well I'm just gonna like I don't know. I think the thing that he's standing on is the edge of the crater in Dusty, probably.
Yeah, I just hope that it brings back Dusty, because that's all I like about this, and then they took it away. Now it's sad.
And it also has the X again for season 10 because in Roman numerals X equals 10.
Oh, yeah, I can see it because it's zoomed in on my phone now. It's on Fortnite page.
So the new meta is going to be robots, basically.
Yeah.
But
It
it,
looks like
it
there's three mini heads, and then
three mini heads. No, those aren't heads beside them. Those are
like the people.
it looks like it's only manned by one person because those three things don't look the same. His
Uh,
head
I
looks
just
different from
I
most of.
just, I just zoomed in. Yeah, they look like parts of it.
Probably guards.
Yeah. But
It's
what's up?
if you think about it, it's probably gonna be like the you know the minigun trap,
Yeah.
the turret. It's probably gonna end up being like that. That's probably the only way you can kill them is to like directly shoot them in the head. Like the turret actually turns very slowly, but it also deals major damage. So if they implement it into this, it's probably gonna be so overpowered.
Which it was like, it's kind of like the turret. Like it can shoot fast, but then it also has a limited time to where you can't shoot anymore.
Dude, I don't know why, but I keep looking to the banner on the right side. I keep feeling like that is a banner from Titanfall. Same
Um,
as the banner on the left. I don't know why. I just feel like they're banners from Titanfall. Or something like that. Maybe it can swap between shooting like physical bullets and shooting energy based. What happens? It might actually have like a toggle switch between that. Like maybe one arm shoots metal bullets, one arm shoots plasma.
wait, hold up. This kind of looks like.
Because if you look at them, the one on the left looks like an energy sword, so you could say that's like an energy based weapon. The one on the right is a bullet inside of a triangle, so that could just be like it shoots bullets. Because if you think about it, the one on the left actually looks like it would shoot like laser plasma or something, and the one on the right looks like a minigun. Yeah, sure they put in like purple LED lights in there, but maybe that's just to like distract you from how it looks because it looks like a like a minigun on the right.
Whoa, I'm
So the
looking at
banners
like
could just tell you like which one it's like which one is like which type of weapon.
Titanfall robots right now, and they all like look like they could be that one. Like honestly.
Right. But I'm gonna be surprised if it's not this, dude.
Same, honestly, because
I mean,
these.
slow movement. It's gonna deal a lot of damage because it also shoots regular bullets, but also plasma at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but you could swap between it, and
Yeah.
you can like get inside of like a robot. If it's not gonna be the car, if it's not gonna be like cars where they just spawn randomly throughout the map, and you
Then
can
it
just
has to
hop
be
in it.
like you could. hop into a robot or
Maybe it's
something
gonna,
like that.
dude. If you think about the things that are currently in the game, like the airstrike grenade, like you just
Yeah.
throw a grenade down on the ground and it shoot air, like rockets at it. What happens if they add in a new item and it's like the airstrike grenade, but instead of doing airstrikes, it calls in one of
It's
these,
ooh.
and then it comes down like it does in Titanfall, and you simply just get in it.
Yeah, hop in it and then
Like if they do it exactly how Titanfall does, and it can walk around with you, that's gonna be too overpowered.
oh yeah. There's no doubt about it.
But if they restrict it to where only you can only get in it, and that's the only way it can be powered is if you're in it, then that's gonna weaken it a little bit, but it's still gonna be overpowered with the plasma like shots.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna be a little bit overpowered no matter how you look at it, just because it's a robot, dude. It's gonna be overpowered. It's with the two banners right there. It just tells me that it's gonna be energy based on one side and the other it's gonna be regular bullets. Like think about this. Like the meta, you shoot a wall down with the chain gun or the minigun on the left side, and then you just randomly shoot like a plasma shot at like you quickly switch to the plasma part and then you shoot it.
That'd be actually like pretty nice,
But it would
cause
also be overpowered because you're
but it
shooting with one side and then you swap and then you
then
you quickly swap and then shoot with the plasma side. It's gonna be overpowered.
the only way that I would like if it would have a downfall, like a huge downfall, is that the durability on it is like really low. Like it's not up in like the 600 like
Well,
whatever
it's obviously
thousand.
gonna have more like health than the baller or something. Otherwise, it's gonna be
Yeah.
completely useless.
Well, yeah,
Because
I'm not talking about like a lot smaller, but like just
maybe like 450 or something.
oh yeah, that would be better cuz
That'd be the ideal because it's not too much, but it's also not too less. Sure, it
yeah,
doubles
cuz
your max capacity, but
but like
I mean,
um
it makes it useful, but also makes it where it's not that overpowered. Maybe
I
weaken,
mean,
maybe lower the walking speed and stuff, and then lower the bullet damage just a little bit, and then
but like the heavy sniper does 375 damage headshot, 175 body shot.
did you
So
just say 75 headshot and 175
I
body
said
shot?
no, I said 375.
Uh, well, I mean that's headshotting. So
Yeah,
you can just use that sniper and shoot the guy in the head, and he'd be dead instantly, no matter the health of the mech.
yeah.
So snipers that could be a good counter, but also RPGs would also be a good counter because that would do a lot of damage too.
Yeah,
But
but like the rate of
ARs and
firing
SMGs they're not up for this. They're just gonna be end up making a big mistake if they add this in with like weak weapons like ARs and SMGs.
yeah, the thing is though, like the the drop rate of a RPG is really low.
Same as the actual good SMG because the burst keeps dropping. Honestly,
Yeah.
with the matches that I played this morning, I mean, it's like 9:45 a.m. when I'm recording this, but
Oh.
dude, this I've played like 10 matches today, and
I
every single
haven't been
match I
to.
get a burst, and it's just I die because the burst is so weak.
Oh yeah, because it only does 3 freaking shots at a time,
Dude,
but
I
doesn't do a lot
dinks.
of damage.
Dude, imagine this. I dink someone in the head twice in one burst, and I still die. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
'cause
shield. I
they don't
don't
give me.
have shield, and he has a pistol, a gray pistol, and it kills me. And I dinged him in the head twice with a blue SMG burst. How does
I
a
mean,
gray pistol beat a blue SMG that's dinking you in the head twice?
like it's because it doesn't do a lot of damage.
I mean, they
If
removed the
it did,
regular burst AR and then they added this. The, the, people were even
like,
dude, didn't
that's-
they even say when they vaulted the burst AR saying that we don't feel like the burst fits in with this style of game, and then they add the burst SMG?
yeah, and then because Epic Games is like that.
Right. So my theory of this new season, it's gonna be old and new things coming into the map, and then a big huge robot object or item that you can summon sometime if you either get like an airstrike grenade type of item, or it can be spawned like a car or a vehicle that you can just find around the map and get into. And it can also shoot energy and physical bullets at toggle. Not at the same time, not as simultaneously, but toggle. Like, you'd have to press a button to swap. So,
I had like push it down a lot more.
yeah, and it would be slow. It would have 450 HP. Uh, you can instantly get killed with a sniper shot. That's a
Or
great counter to it.
maybe like in my theory, like I'm thinking this in my head. I'm thinking that either like it's gonna be like a robot apocalypse, like something like that.
So, like
That's
an
just in my head.
apocalypse type theme.
Yeah, but like robots instead of like zombies and like all that.
Dude, what happens if this like pushes us into the future, but also like it has past items I last past locations as like the setting, but then it also has like people from the future that leads because we're through robots.
Like as you see, because Dusty was the first picture, which was the old Dusty, not the new Dusty.
And then it's
And
the
then
future object or item or whatever that is gonna be,
yeah, because it's a robot.
right?
So maybe your theory's better than mine. I don't know,
I mean, at this
but
point, you really can't say who's right and who's wrong because I mean these are just teasers.
yeah, they're not the real thing.
You could think you can legit say anything's real or anything's fake until it releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just our theory of what this season's gonna be. So